countertop restoration comes in 3 easy steps. You have a primer that goes on first, which we've already done to our countertop. You have 3 different colors that you apply in steps, each color one at a time. You pour some out on a plate. Use these high-tech sponges to dab it on. And after you let that dry, you have a sealer that rolls on the top. The kit also comes with a black piece of construction paper, so you can do some samples on it to make sure it looks like what you want it to look like before you get to work on your top. Now Brian's going to demonstrate for us doing the technique with the sponges. Brian? Because Brian does the work, I just do the talking. You will need some paper plates for this job. Pour your colors out on the plates.
And basically you start off with step 2, and then they're marked 2, 3, and 4. Got your base color, your secondary color, and then your third color. So you just want to sponge a little bit on, kind of use the plate to get a little excess off so you're not getting too much on there. And it recommends going in 3-foot sections. You don't want to do any kind of pattern, just kind of randomly hit and miss. And depending on how much black you want to show through, you can put a little bit more, a little bit less on. And I do recommend that while you're doing this, you do it wet on wet so your colors do blend in a little bit better together. And start doing your second color. Also, if you do it wet on wet, you kind of make what looks like a mistake, you can easily fix it.
Now part of what we've done here before, the kit comes with 1 sponge, and we cut it up into 3 pieces so you'd have a sponge for each color. You can leave it all together, but it makes it a little more challenging going from color to color. The kits do approximately 35 square feet of countertop, which that's, a countertop's typically about 2.5 feet deep, so that will do quite a bit of countertop.
Basically, it's just kind of how you want it to look. There's different techniques, as far as what colors, how much of each color you want to use. So if you get to this point and you think you've got too much brown on there, you can always go back and dab a little bit of the first color on to
lighten it back
up, and then go back over it with the other colors and kind of get it to where you want.
There is no right and wrong way to do it.
Okay, once you get your color all applied, the last step is step 3. Before you do step 3, you might want to go through, just kind of rub your hand across to see if there are any rough spots If there are, then you might need to sand that certain spot and then do touch-ups if necessary. But then you got your clear coat that you put on. Just load up the roller real good. Go across the whole surface. But as you do the final pass, you want to go all in one direction. And just make sure that you don't apply too much pressure on one end of the roller cover, so you're not going to leave any roller marks. And after that,
Tiger.
tape.
Shut it.
And the top coat will be completely dry about 4 hours. I want to wait about 8 hours before you actually put anything on top of it. You know, give it plenty of time to set up and dry. So you can see the difference between the old countertop and the new countertop.